To throw, it's Morris. Zings it complete to the right. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
They'll run it. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
They'll give it to the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
He saw man coverage, and the idea, just get it to my receiver as quickly as I can and let him work, David.
See man and see the cushion and see the guy backed up a little bit. Now I know I can get it to him right now and get a positive gain.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position. And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. The Wildcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on 2nd down. Grab in the backfield. It's small. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. Don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. Ready up. And the Wildcats are marching down the field. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got to...
It's picked off, and that's number 10. And the ball is out. Who's going to get it? Recovers the fumble, and he's on the move. Touchdown, Wildcats. They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
And that's not how you draw it up, but how about the offense and the awareness? You see the ball out, forget jumping on it. I'm going to pick that puppy up. I'm going to take it to the house. The OC, great call on that one, buddy, because it worked to perfection.
On the run from inside his own 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win it, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Now on 2nd down. Leaves it with the running back. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. The Gators are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. All down, but he has enough to chains.
Really nice job on third down by this offense. This offense has struggled on third downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it third and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can...
What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line. And he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Makes the catch. It's Wolf. There he goes. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on the score.
And that's the beauty of this offense and this playmaker at wide receiver. Throw the ball short, but what he does after the catch, he's just got so much speed, so dynamic with the football, and this is why they...
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And that's what this defense needs to get going. You've given up a bunch of touchdowns. You haven't been great early, but now you finally get some pressure, get the quarterback to the ground. Now maybe start turning this defense around.
It'll be incomplete, trying to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
And there's not very many offensive plays that are going to be successful. If you can rush 3 guys and still get to the quarterback, that's not a good sign for this offensive line.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Might be calling a hot route. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
He got it. And that will extend their lead even further.
And I like the way this defense just finished. And I know they're trailing, but they didn't give up the touchdown. Got a little bit of momentum. Not much time left in this first half. But you got halftime to make some adjustments, come out with some energy, but a nice stop here.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
Just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision-making.
Breaks into the open. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. What a scene there in Gainesville. What a fine college football game we've got. And this second half will likely come down to which offense can figure something, anything out. Take some chances. Get creative. Both offensive coordinators had full heads of hair at the start of this game, but right now, they look like cue balls after one frustrating first half. With that said, let's send it back to our guys and all those chomping hands there in the swamp.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on 4th downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me, too.
The Wildcats want to move quickly.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Here's a heat. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time. You got to protect me better than this. Give me a chance to complete some passes.
It's complete to the left. Finds some room. The 20. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, the big top 15 battle is underway, and it's been very interesting so far. Florida State is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Clemson. Never know.
Turning it on. Past the 20. Touchdown, Florida. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Well, this offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the third quarter, march it down the field, and score. There is no end in sight for these guys.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. If you want to look on the bright side, at least you can pile up a bunch of yards if you can move the ball because it is a long way to the end zone. Give to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They're working that left side. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down or else they are really in trouble. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. Finding an escape route. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? Here comes Kentucky after picking up that first down.
You got to be impressed with the quarterback on that last play because he's already been sacked a ton of times in this game. He knows he does not have a lot of time to survey the field, get through his progression. So as soon as he feels a lane to take off and run, he's going to take it. A really nice job that time, showing off the athleticism and picking up the first down.
Wants to go up top. Unloads to the right. Got a man. It's Blunt. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42, and now this offense is clicking.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up. And you got to communicate.
Fires to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. Got it in the middle. It's Blunt. Oh, he's got some space. They get him on the ground at the 37, but give him 15 yards on that chunk play, and they'll move the chains. Looking downfield on first down. Caught near the sticks. It's Blunt. They bring him down. Not before he's able to pick up the first down. He leaves it with the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot. And this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up. But somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Caught over the middle. It's Thorne. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
Well, with this situation on the field, this defense has their hands full because this running back just seems to have a nose for the end zone. Of course, he scored his last time out. He's really good down here close to the goal line, finding creases.
Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
Lining up to add another. Splits the uprights. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Gators sending the offense back to work. This lead that they've been working with has dwindled to 2 possessions, and now they'll try to find a little breathing room on this drive. Handoff to the lone back. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. The Gators with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Running back searching for a hole. There he goes. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. He's now over 150 yards on the ground and starting to put Emmitt Smith's single-game rushing record in sight.
Just feed the big fella. I mean, when you make plays and when you break tackles and you can keep the ball going on the ground and get me first down, I'm going to continue to feature them. If I'm the orange, if I'm the blue, it's not hard to find that guy, give him the ball.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Power football with the run. Picks up the first down. Across the 25, he's got room. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another first down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team. And he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the ball a lot in this game if you're going to win.
They'll leave it with him. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Gator! Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. The give to the tailback. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Makes the grab. It's Bettis. And they'll move the chains with the first down. That might be it for the 3rd quarter. We've reached the break. It's Florida with the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the big fella. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. And the Wildcat is in the hurry up.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
Under fire. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He's open on the right. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a gap. It's small. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own. Unfortunately, ended up losing yards.
Back to pass. It's complete to the right. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. 3rd and short from the 28. Let's see if this is 4-down territory or if they just pick up the first here. From the gun, wants to pass. Tight end finds a soft spot. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. On this 1st and goal, let's see what Kentucky does. They'll try to get it in with the run. And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on 1st down. They'll try it again from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Pushes ahead. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And they'll come to the line and try to draw a little bit closer on 3rd and goal. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And the defense was all over it. They know 3rd down, the quarterback can be a viable threat in the run game. Played physical, played close to the line of scrimmage, made the big stop.
A field goal really doesn't do much for you in this situation, so they'll go for it on 4th and goal. He wants to throw it. Looking to the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Offense working from the pistol. They'll go to the ground. Breaks into the open. Ripping through the defense. And how much running room have they been able to find on the ground? Man, are they piling up some gaudy rushing stats. And the Gators, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Looking to pass. It's Morris. That's reeled in. It's Wolf. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. Fires to the wideout. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. The sure hands, it's Wolf. Still on his feet. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Got it in the middle, it's Wolf. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that 1st down. Unloads it left. He's got it. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got him 1st and goal. He just keeps piling out numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say, late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
On 2nd and goal, he carries again. Touchdown, Florida! And they take it in for 6 more points. That score pushes us out to a comfortable margin, and they are oh so close to a 10-game winning streak.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, every game in the Big Ten so very critical. How about this one today? Wisconsin is currently trailing, but if this young star powers a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winners Allen Amici and Ron Dayne among the greats to play in Madison. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Northwestern. You'll circle back to this Big Ten battle. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the 1st down. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. It's caught. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one? The Wildcats will line it up on 1st and 10. The give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Grabbed over the middle. It's small. The quick feet, the acceleration, the vision, and he works his way to the 44.
And it's all about coachable moments, and obviously they have not had a ton of success throwing the ball in this game. But as a coach, I think you're just looking for positives, like that play right there, even late in the game. Taking your steps, making the right read, an accurate throw, positive plays that you can build upon offensively for the next game. Well, no real mystery there, and I think this coaching staff has a lot of confidence in their offensive line to get the push needed to give that back just a big enough crease to fall forward and get the first.
And it's so hard. My room for error is so small when I'm on defensive line. Like, I got to get off the ball as fast as I can and try to get some form of penetration. Just stop that ball from going north-south. They don't do it there, and they give up the first down.
Well, I understand they're trying to catch the defense off guard by running the football, expecting them to be in some kind of zone coverage, but you're trailing late in the game. You're going to have to throw to win it, and that's what I'd expect them to do on this next play.
Looking to fire. Grabbed in the middle. It's Blunt. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. And the Wildcats come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon.
Encroachment defense.
Contact in the neutral zone leads to that penalty. Good news for the offense. It's been hard enough to slow down these guys on this drive. Now the penalty gives them another 1st and 10. Breaks the tackle. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, uses...
Fires toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of it today.
Got him downfield. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Kentucky!
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Ready to try the point after.
Is on for the extra point.
Bangs it through for an extra point. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and they top it off with a 31-yard toss for 6. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Boy, they have divided these home fans here by putting this game in a hammerlock, David.
Yeah, and this crowd's been...
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Makes the catch down the right side. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. Back to pass, it's Morris. Bringing the heat. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Here comes the heat. And it's picked off right at the goal line. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. One more play to pad the stats. Looking to throw on first down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And the throw downfield winds up incomplete, and there's a good reason for that. This guy was being mugged by the defender. What a big penalty at this juncture in the game. All locked up, and they get called for the pass interference. Wants to throw on first down. Here's the pressure. Makes the grab. It's Blunt. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you
ascending to new heights at the same time and finding the other guy standing in the way of their ultimate goal. It's time to find out who's going to get run over this time. Welcome, everyone, to the shores of the Tennessee River, Neyland Stadium, home of the Volunteers. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Florida Gators, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Tennessee Volunteers. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Gators will kick it off to get us underway. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Tennessee Volunteers offense will have the first crack at it in this one. The Gators put the chomp on the Vols the last time they saw them, and they are looking for seconds this time, Jesse.
Yeah, that was an absolute beatdown the last time these two teams played. But talking to the Gators coaching staff, they're not expecting this one to be the same. They know that Tennessee's going to come into this one fired up, motivated, ready to roll. The Gators coaching staff is expecting a much different feel and type of game this time.
Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Volunteers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. They'll move the wide receiver. Off play action on first down. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. And the Volunteers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Right down the middle. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive. Let's see what call they have on third and long from the 28. They'll send the back in motion. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. And the Vols decide to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. So the Florida Gators offense taking the field for a chance. We have to see them today. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off the defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, they have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open,
Turning it on. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11.
and it's runs like that, man, where he just shows you a little bit of everything that is the reason why he's in the Heisman race. Like, this dude leads the nation in rushing for a reason. They hand him the football a lot. They trust him, and he continues.
Touchdown, Gators! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So here is the Tennessee offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
Makes the stop at the 29-yard line, but not before he gets 15 on that play. Now on first First and 10 from the 29. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. To the air on second down. Missed receiver there, it's incomplete.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that rep, good coverage.
He did not make it a stone wall on third down. The Vols will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Wants to bring it back. Slips through the line. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They go to the ground. Stopped at the 47-yard line. A 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers. From the 47-yard line on first and 10. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. He's stopping behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest. The Gators have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile. Dropping back, it's Morris. Firing to the right, complete. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. And the Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down. Unloads to the wideout. On target to the left. And what a throw to get it in there. They've got it in business in the red zone at the 13. The Gators have pushed it inside the 20. They'll try the run. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Makes the grab. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida.
And the defense has to be able to do a better job on the back end, tackling this receiver and keeping him out of the end zone.
Attempt the try. And the extra point makes it 14-0.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. Called it, finds his man on the left.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So a nice job by the offensive coordinator giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
A strike downfield. There he goes to the right. The 10. Touchdown ball. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Leaves it with the back. Running into the open space. Getting up close to midfield. Gets it to the 48-yard line before being run out of bounds. He now has 85 yards on the ground, and he just continues to turn in productive performance after productive performance. That's how you lead the nation in rushing. The Gator ground game is lurking in the murky waters, and it has been most effective.
Yeah, we've seen them in the past, man. When Florida's really, really cooking, they've got some good backs. They've got some good balance, but they've got some physicality, and that's what you want to see from this unit.
The Gators trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Fires left. He's got it. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. So first down here as they go back to work. Looking to throw, it's Morris. Got his man on the right. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
All right, defense, it ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little.
Beck's going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Gator! Effective offense, leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, way to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
From the gun, running back on the move. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Looking to scramble. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
Nice job by the defense getting after the QB. He's trying to scramble around. He's trying to go get that first with his legs, but he's not able to do it because the speed on defense.
They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Got his man to the left. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Morris. Pocket breaking down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Florida. We have a new #1 team in the nation this week. Guys, they've made it to the mountaintop, and usually that just means now everybody's shooting at you.
I think a lot of people are waiting to see is how they wear this #1, if they change it all moving forward. But, David, talking to their players this week, they were saying they knew they were the #1 team before the season even started. Everybody else is just figuring that out now.
Yeah, and you got to love the confidence of this squad and going out and earning that #1 ranking, but it's another thing completely to keep it and to continue to have that edge and that hunger. We'll see if they can do it.
Second down coming up. Wants to go up top. makes the catch. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. And now on second down for this offense. Back to pass. Still looking on the move. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary. You saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Hit as he throws. Hit! Oh, what a play by this defense. Returns it inside the 30 to the 29, and after the interception, they'll try to cash it in with a score. Wants to go up top on first down. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And that's what I like most about this defense. When you try to take shots and make big plays, they get to the quarterback. They get him on the ground. Their third sack of the day. And this is a unit that ranks in the top 10 in sacks in the country.
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
And how about that back-to-back sack? You want 2 sacks in a game. That's a great game. He is flying around, getting to that quarterback and getting him on the ground.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Catch in the middle, it's Kelly. He won't get there, it'll bring up fourth down. The Volunteers send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking to throw, it's Morris. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Oh, they're after him. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The noise reverberating off the checkerboards in Neyland on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Release to the back. It's complete on the right side. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, and now the defense is really on its heels. And the Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw it. Pressure coming. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. These two, which have so much cross-pollination and legendary games in their history, first played in 1916 with the Vols blanking the Gators in Florida. Tennessee actually won the first 10. Oh, he's got some space. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Florida. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. It's a seam wide open. He's at the touchdown, Volunteer. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going into half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? From inside the 10, here he comes. just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Looking to throw on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move.
Gets loose in the middle. A huge play there as he has it inside the 20 at the 19.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Touchdown, Gator! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Waning seconds of the first half, let's see just how aggressive they'll be. Give to the running back. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Fellas, Florida, Tennessee never disappoints. We figured this could be a dynamite matchup all week, and it has delivered.
Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll start this drive with a pass. Fires to the wideout. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion. Behind the chains now on second and long. Might be changing the route. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. He's got him this time. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move. The Gators with the 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. On the run, still looking. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Under fire. He's going for the big play. Snags it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week in the ACC, fellas. Miami has the lead right now, but this Canes crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet there in the 305. They're up by 7 over North Carolina. Any big changes in this ACC clash? We've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. The short hands, it's Kelly. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Out of the gun, the inside give. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Takes a hit as he fires. Working the middle. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion.
There he goes. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. They use those back-to-back explosives to set him up first and goal. From the gun, he'll try to throw. And that one is picked up in the end zone.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Wolf. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but if you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays. You better change your looks up and try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
And here comes the offense on second down. Looking to fire. Hines is tight end. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw again. Unloads to the wideout. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Makes the grab. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great.
And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Gators! Another touchdown for this guy, and he's starting to get in a groove the way Terry Dean did when he set the single-game record with 7 touchdowns.
Another one. I mean, just putting up stats. This guy's finding the end zone, and he can do it all. Just showing it off left and right. When you play in such a physical league like the SEC, but you got a guy like this that can get an extra first down and really keep those chains moving and score big plays and big touchdowns, good luck stopping him.
A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright, and you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
Throws to the wideout. Complete in the middle. What a cut. Now he's loose. All kinds of room to the right. The 20. He's at the touchdown, Tennessee. He got a step and just dusted the field.
This guy is officially a problem. His second receiver receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense. Dude, if I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them.
Tennessee, 21.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Quick handoff. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Makes the grab on the left. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. That is a highly efficient way to move the chains, and now they are threatening inside the 40. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up.
21.
They go back to work in the final period of this one. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air on first down. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. The Gators with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Unloads it downfield. Catch inside the 25. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. And the Gators are on the move. The give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's 3rd and long. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Wants to go up top on first down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. And the Volunteers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And his first pass is incomplete. It's tough to come in and fire one early.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Nice job by the defense there on 3rd and long, just sitting back and keeping everything in front of them. They give up an easy completion, but because they were able to rally and make the tackle, now they set up 4th.
He wants to take the top off. He's got it in more than enough for a first down. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37. Gonna look downfield again. He'll take another shot here. That ball is intercepted at the goal line. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake, hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
Getting that push, a pickup of 4 out to the 26. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Gets it past the marker. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. At the 40, there he goes. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the 4th quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force-feed you the football to try and ice this game. He's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The give and tick, 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 tick. Defense there to stop him at the 20. Let's give him 3 yards on that carry. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Hauls it in. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the 1st down.
And they found the big fella again. And they found him early and often today. They featured him here in the 4th quarter. Still time left in this football game. I imagine he's going to still continue to get the football thrown his way.
The Gators getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's got it on the move. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Looking downfield on 1st down. Using the quick game. Breaks into the open. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Looking to throw on 1st down. That's caught. It's Shabara. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. The play action fake. Makes the grab. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. And the Vols come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
Yeah, a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard. They picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
Fires to the wideout. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense got it. They're on the run. Speeding down the left side. Touchdown, Florida. The defense putting points on the board. That's what finishing the deal looks like. Build the lead in the 4th quarter and close in on 11 straight victories.
It's really hard as a quarterback because you got your eyes downfield. You're trying to find an open guy. You're trying to negotiate the rush, and all of a sudden people are swatting at the ball. They hit you. They knock it out. Got to do a better job next time of keeping 2 hands on the ball so you don't get it scooped and scored like what happened right there.
't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Wants to throw on 1st down. It's caught. How about that weight room work? He's showing off there as he gets across the 20. They'll mark it at the 22. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Fires to the big fella. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. To the air on first down. Here's a heat. Trying to make magic with his feet. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
He goes down at the 47 after a 5-yard pickup. With the clock running, this should be the final play. It's a lost cause, but they keep fighting. Rushes on him. And the ball falls to the ground, incomplete. The game is over, and that's just sort of how